Brad, thanks for being with us. What would a more diversified group of judges mean for Indigenous peoples going through the justice system in Canada?
Well, I think the viewpoint is that by having a more diverse bench with more Indigenous judges, more Black judges, more judges from other visible minorities, is that we're going to get a much broader perspective on the bench that actually reflects Canada's diversity. And listen, I know a lot of people on the bench from all levels, and I have the utmost respect for them. But I think I've said this before, that only an Indigenous person can bring that perspective to the bench. Only a Black judge can bring that perspective to the bench. Only judges from other racialized groups can bring those perspectives to the bench.
On behalf of the Bar Association, you've written a letter to the Prime Minister and Justice Minister David Lametti. Can you tell us a bit about what that letter said?
Well, the letter asked the government to recommit itself to put greater efforts into appointing judges from BIPOC, so Black, Indigenous, and people of color judges, appointing them to the bench. And I should add, I mean, I would also suggest that we also need to appoint judges who have disabilities to the bench. You know, we're asking for greater effort to be put on terms of appointing judges. We cited some of their stats to them. I just looked at those stats a short time ago. In the 3 years of the records that we have, only 2 judges of Indigenous descent were appointed to superior courts in Canada. And only a few more than that who were of visible minorities. The vast majority who were appointed were Caucasian.
So how easy would it be for the country to fill some of these roles with Indigenous people?
Well, I think that there's a lot of qualified candidates out there. I do know that the process for applying to be a judge is very onerous. The application form is extremely lengthy. You have to provide written samples. But certainly I think maybe if there was a bit more push encouraging people to apply to the bench, seeking out those diverse communities and approaching them going, hey, we want to appoint people from your community, and we need people to apply.
Are there any commitments from the government that make you hopeful that more Indigenous, Black, and people of color will be appointed to federal courts?
Well, the current government made its commitment in 2015. I haven't yet seen anything to say that they've backed off on that commitment, but I want to see that commitment implemented to a greater extent than it has been.
Brad Regehr, President of the Canadian Bar Association, appreciate you joining us.
No problem. Thank you.